Story 1. Exposing the drunk.
A man was hired as my assistant at a tech-oriented business. He spent his breaks and his lunches getting drunk. I overlooked his behavior and covered for him because he was going through a contentious divorce. Surprisingly, he eventually accused me of treating him like crap. /edit/. Then he engaged in a profanity-laden rant where he accused me of a lot of illegal, immoral, and unethical activities before telling me to leave him the hell alone /edit/. Yes, I now know that I was enabling his behavior, but I had once gone through a messy divorce of my own, and I was feeling sorry for him. Cue the malicious compliance. I stopped covering for him, cold turkey. It was bad enough when no one could find him because he was passed out in his car, but being passed out on the floor of the men's room with his trousers around his ankles on Customer Appreciation Day earned him a dismissal. Of course, he said it was all my fault. It was not. The fallout. Because it was discovered that I was capable of doing both my work and the work of my erstwhile assistant, I was allowed to work on my own after that, and without any adult supervision of my own.
Comment 1. So you covered for him, presumably by doing both your jobs, and you're pleased that the outcome is you get to do both your jobs? I mean, whatever works for you, but I see no win here. Comment 2. I think this would be a better story for the Petty Revenge subreddit. Comment 3. This is not malicious compliance.
Comment 4. Seems like he was more than 50% of the cause of the divorce. Comment 5. Bro took an L and came straight to Reddit XD, LOL. Comment 6. Yes, I now know that I was enabling his behavior, but I had once gone through a messy divorce of my own, and I was feeling sorry for him. I think I might be in the minority here, but I thought what you were doing was sympathetic, compassionate, and empathetic, and am saddened that you're trying to help a colleague going through a bad time is viewed as enabling. Anyway, whatever the outcome, NTA from me.
Story 2. Email above anything else.
I'm not sure if this story belong her or in Am I the Asshole? Let's start with a bit of background. I work for a very big company, but due to my speciality my work is split across the main company and one of the smaller companies. The MD of the main company allows my days to be split in half. The big company is very laid back when it comes to my work. As long as my work is done by the deadline date, they pretty much don't care what I do during the work week. In the smaller company I report to the C-suite but the CEO. Let's call the CEO, RA cause the sun doesn't rise until he gets out of bed. RA is most interested in what I do during the day. If I didn't know better I'd say that RA thinks that I don't work but sit around playing computer games all day. RA send anything 20-30 emails to me per day and more than half will be the same question just phrased differently. Each email response is usually anything from 2-5 typed pages. I have even had emails sent to me at 11 p.m. and at 8:30 the following morning an email asking why I haven't responded to the previous email. If I am asked the same question multiple times, I ignore the majority of the emails and only answer the question once. When I am working I need to concentrate and most days I close my email client so that I'm not disturbed. Last Monday, I'm working quite happily and I get a WhatsApp from asking me to please read an email and respond post-haste, to quote RA. I stop what I am doing as I get the sinking feeling that something bad is about to happen. As per usual there are 30 emails from RA. The first email starts off by stating you must always answer emails as quickly as possible as it is unprofessional and shows disrespect to the writer of the email. Cue malicious compliance. I stop what I am doing and start to respond to each email individually making sure that my answers to the same questions are different. I further indicate that I only work for him half day and will stop my work at exactly the middle of the workday. I spend the next day and a half responding to emails and not doing my work, even though there is a deadline looming for RA and his little company. These days when I walk into the office in the morning RA seems to have spent the entire night responding to the emails and in the process dragging other members of staff into the email trail and the email is getting so complex that I don't know what's going on. Yesterday, I was expected to have finished RA's work, and when asked to present the outcome, I simply said that I had not finished. When asked why, my response was that I was so busy responding to emails I wasn't able to do the work. RA lost his mind and started to threaten me with being fired. He said that there was a customer that was waiting for the result of my work. He then asks why was emails put above doing my work, and all I did was produce a copy of the email. My boss from the big company was also present, and all she did was laugh. She then told RA that I will no longer do any work for his company and he must find somebody else.
Comment 1. This is the epitome of fuck around and find out. You handled that situation amazingly, and your boss seems like a truly good boss to back you up and take you out of the situation. Comment 2. I have glass walls to my office so I can be seen at all times. Sometimes I have to do video editing.
I'm concentrating.
I'm working. I get knocks on the glass like I'm a zoo animal. They don't stop until I answer. I then try to get back into the project. Repeat. Sometimes they pound on the glass.
Comment 3. Holy shit, I've never heard of someone, you in this case, getting good fired before. Like your boss was basically to RA LMAO, you can't have OP anymore, you've lost the privilege of employing them. Fucking awesome XD.
Comment 4. I assume salary, otherwise if you were to be expected to answer emails at 11 p.m. then you should have gotten on-call pay.
Comment 5. RA re. Kick M in the knee. RA ras. Kick M in the other knee.
Comment 6. When it comes to business, there's no such thing as AITA unless you're shitting on an individual. Most of us have been in a similar situation where someone in management has no work, so they think hammering you with email is justification for their salary, and since there's nothing more important than them, it's your responsibility to reply before anything else. This falls under active stupid behavior.
Story 3. New manager putting productivity over everything.
I worked at a call center of nurses to give advice on whether the caller needed to go to the ER, GP, manage symptoms at home, etc. As it's health advice, it's crucial to document everything, because if someone was, for example, instructed to stay at home while exhibiting clear stroke symptoms, we'd be responsible. Well, a new manager was hired above our own floor manager to increase productivity as the number of calls increased rapidly, beginning of COVID. She felt it was necessary to reduce the time we spent on finishing on documenting after the call had ended. In addition to medical records, we had to fill out a short questionnaire about each call to monitor the reasons people call us, internal purposes, not really my expertise. So, it obviously took a while. Average time I think was around 3 minutes after each call. The new manager informed us that 90 seconds was going to be enough, and she had asked the IT department to make the program push us a new call after those 90 seconds whether we were ready or not. The call would ring, loudly, first on headphones and after 10 seconds on the computer's sound system. New patient information screen popped up, everything unfinished was pushed to the back, and we had to either decline the call, only allowed in emergencies, or let it ring and try and work over the ringing which could not be muted. It was horrible, the noise was unbearable, and just in a few hours we workers complained so much that the new manager just told us to take the new call and finish up the old one while talking to the new patient. Cue malicious compliance. Patient information law, similar to HIPAA in the US, violations. Here we come, having two patients' info up at the same time, trying to figure out why the latter called and wrapping up the previous one. How many documentations were written on the wrong patient's records? We tried. It was even worse than before. It took us about an hour to realize it would never work, and so we took the new call, asked them to wait for a second, muted the call, and finished up the previous one. The customers were not happy, but us workers gladly directed them to avenues to give feedback through. The company got so many bad reviews and online complaints in the first 6 hours that they had to regroup and stay late on that Monday evening to undo everything. We went back to normal on Tuesday, 2 hours later than we should have opened, due to reprogramming. The new manager was with us less than 3 months, don't miss her a bit. I had the most chaotic, headache-inducing 5 hours of my life that day, still have nightmares of that ringtone.
Comment 1. I worked several call centers. I had so many higher-ups not understand that 90 seconds is not enough time to get the information you need to even start the freaking call, let alone leave the customer happy. Thank you for calling X Bank. Can I have your 16-digit account hashtag? Your name? Your mother's maiden name? Before we begin, your balance as of today is X. Your last payment of X was received on X and your next payment of X is due on X. If you haven't already signed up for paperless billing, please let me know before the call is over and I can do that for you. Automatic payments are also available. Please let me know and I can set the up for you as well. Please be advised all calls are monitored and may be recorded for quality purposes. At the end of this call, there will be a survey. Please don't hang up so you can complete it. What is the reason for your call today? Dude, there's 60 seconds gone and you haven't even heard them explain why they called yet. I can't even imagine trying to help someone with a complex medical issue.
Comment 2. I'm amazed it lasted that long. Willful HIPAA violations are guaranteed fines, even if self-reported. I can't say anything for certain, but I suspect that one day of doing things the wrong way cost the company a good bit more than the obvious issues.
Comment 3. Almost a lifetime ago, my first real job was a call center, PC warranty. When they asked the same shit from us, I kept it simple. I recapped the call with the customer before hanging up. Call time was up, but I had time to spare. I was a bit overqualified. They didn't like it, but not much they could do to performer. So happy I'm not there anymore.